Hey, I just wanted to take a minute today to sit down and kind of talk about a few things that I've been thinking about based on some conversations that I've had with some people recently. Recently, a lot of people, when I talk to them about health and fitness, one of the biggest things they say is either one, I don't have time, or two, um, I don't want to spend any money. That's the biggest one, is I don't want to spend any money. I thought long and hard about this, and I just want to put things into perspective a little bit for you. So maybe you can. I think a lot of times we need someone to help us take a step back and see things from a different perspective. So um, so that's what I'm going to do for you. So I just want to go back to when I started this journey. So when I first started with Beachbody, I actually had just lost my job. So I had just lost my job. I It was a job that I had been working at for the last 10 years of my life. So it was my life. It was my priority. It was my everything. And so I lost my job, and I was kind of in this depressive rut. And I kind of First of all, I got in this depressive rut where I was just kind of sitting on the couch, eating chips and salsa, and just being in this depressive state about my job. Instead of moving forward, I just sat there depressed about it. Um, I started feeling even worse about myself because I started getting really unhealthy. I was, I didn't like the way my body was looking. I was just a mess. So, I had been talking to a friend of mine for quite some time about fitness and stuff like that. And I was kind of just like, ugh, I'm not in the mood, for one. And for two, I'm like, I just lost my job. I'm not going to spend money on a fitness program that I probably don't need. Now, let me take a step back, and which is what I had to do. And I had to step outside myself and be like, wait a minute. I'm looking at this like like a fast food restaurant, for instance. Like, your fitness journey is an investment in you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I am making this investment in myself and for my future because I want to live a healthier and more fit lifestyle. And I say that because the more unhealthy you let yourself get, you're not going to live as long. You don't have energy to hang out with your kids or play with your dogs or whatever the case may be. You can be tired all the time. I'm going to tell you from my perspective, like I said, I had just lost my job. The idea of spending money on anything to me was like, I'm not going to do it. But I took a step back and I looked at it from a different perspective. And I was like, even though I'd lost my job, I don't really have the money to be spending on something like this right now. Guess what? This is an investment. I'm investing in me for once. I'm always like buying gifts for people, going out to eat, going, someone wants to meet up at the bar, so we're having a couple drinks here and there, drinking bottles of wine. Everyone knows I love to do that on the weekends or during the week. Um, but so I had to make some priority changes, priority shifts, and make some sacrifices. And it's definitely about, choosing priorities and making sacrifices and things like that. But again, I had to realize that this was for my future. And it was also for my sanity. I have never been, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I'm in the best shape of my life. I have so much energy. I get excited to get up in the morning and work out. I'm so much more productive. I just I'm just an overall healthier person. I don't get sick ever. Like I said, I have a lot of energy. You know, I'm thriving on life right now. Um, like I said, just lost my job. The thought of putting money into something was the last thing that was on my mind, the last thing that I needed to be doing. I needed to be saving money, not spending money. Um, but I, changed my perspective on it, and I was like, okay, this is an investment that I'm making in myself and my future, and I changed my priorities. Maybe I'm sacrificing buying a bottle of wine, an extra bottle of wine each week, which is definitely tough. But But that's a priority shift that I'm making. I'm putting my health and fitness before, indulgements. So, you got to kind of look at, like, what do you do? What do you spend your money on? Are you going out to eat a lot? Are you um over buying on groceries is definitely something that people do. Ever since I started this journey, the other thing that I do is I set up my meals for the week and I only buy what I need for that. Because I have found that a lot of people go to the grocery store, they fill up a grocery cart full of all this stuff, and a lot of it ends up not being used and going to waste. It expires, you got to throw it out, and that's a waste of money. It's a waste of money and it's a waste of food. So that's another thing that I ended up changing. So yeah, am I going to the grocery store on a weekly basis? Yeah, but you know what? That's one of those things that I decided to change for the better. So I'm saving money there. Like I said, sacrificing, an extra craving for some wine, put that to the wayside because I'm taking the money that I would normally be spending on that junk and I'm putting it towards an investment in my health and fitness. So you got to kind of look at it in that perspective. Like, do you go out to the bar all the time? Are you buying drinks? Did you buy a new purse or something that you don't really need? Like, you don't need things. You do need to be healthy, though. You do need to be healthy. You do need to be fit. Um, like I said, this is for your future. And another big thing is if you have children or plan on having children, I have definitely noticed through this journey. Now, I don't have my own kids, but I do have nephews. And I will say that children feed and read off everything that you do. Whenever I'm with my nephews and I wake up every morning and I have a routine. I get up in the morning and I, drink my pre-workout, then I work out. I'm staying hydrated during my workout. After my workout, then I have my Shakeology, and that's kind of a thing that the child gets used to. So, for instance, I was visiting my nephew, and um, that was the routine that I had while I was at their house. And every morning, this kid got up with me and he was like, "Hey, Aunt Amanda, is it time to work out now?" And so for Christmas, I had bought him these little child Fisher Price or something play weights. Anyways, so it's really cute because then he comes in the living room with me and he's like, "We need to work out. We need to get strong." And he will work out with me. And I mean, his attention span is definitely not as long as mine is, but it's not the point. The point is that he's mimicking my behavior and he's looking up to me saying, we need to get strong, we need to be fit, we need to be healthy. And he understands that just based on my behavior. I'm not sitting him down and talking to him about these things. It's just based on my behavior. So you have to understand that you're also like you're a role model for the generation underneath of us. So whether it's your own children or someone else's children, whatever the case may be, children read that and they feed off of you. Even when I go to drink my Shakeology, the kid's like, "Hey, what is that?" And I tell him, I was like, "It's a nutrition shake. It's very healthy for you. It's very good for you." And I'm like, "You want to try some?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he gulps that shake down, and I'm like, "All right, I guess I need to make another one." But the point is that I am taking my healthy choices and I am rubbing that off on him. And to him, it's exciting. It's exciting to get up and work out with me. It's delicious to have that shake. And right now, he doesn't realize the effects of it. But if he starts getting into that mentality, then I'm pushing him towards making healthier choices when he gets older. So, you have to understand that not only do you need to make a priority shift, it's not about spending money. Like I said, I'm not looking at it like, man, I'm spending, too much money per month on, you know, my shakes that I'm drinking or my fitness programs that I'm buying. I'm not looking at it like, man, I'm spending money. I'm looking at it like, man, this is an investment that I'm making. This is an investment that I have chosen to make. So that is money every month that I have put aside for that investment. Just like you would put aside for any other investment. Are you saving for a vacation? Are you saving for, you know, whatever the case may be that you put money aside for? This is just another one of those things. I don't look at it like, hey, I'm spending this money, going to an amusement park. No, this is an investment. So I look at it that way. And so that money is set aside every month for my investment in my health and fitness, just like it would be putting money into, you know, an investment account. It's the same thing. I am the investment. So, and I find myself to be that important that I'm going to invest in myself and my future. So, that's really all I wanted to say is I just wanted to put out there that, when you look at this whole idea and think, I don't want to spend money on getting fit, like I should just be able to go outside and run and blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. It's about making a commitment and an investment. And when you spend, I tell you what, when you spend money on something, you commit to it. You know, there was a lot of other times that like I would just go run and do this, and if I took a day off or I didn't feel like running, I wouldn't because I didn't have to. I didn't feel obligated to. But now it's like because I'm investing in this, it's pushing me to be like I have made an investment in this. I need to commit to this. So that's exactly what I've done. So I just kind of wanted to, put things into perspective a little bit about priorities, making certain sacrifices, the investment you're making in yourself, and the fact that you are a positive role model for the generation underneath of us. So I really want you to just kind of like think about that and let that, kind of sink in and see if that makes any sense or if that speaks to you a little bit. And, I look forward to, hearing your comments or questions. On the situation. But yeah, so I just kind of want you to look at fitness, health, and fitness in a different perspective. So I hope that you got something out of that, and I hope it was worth it to sit through this video. So I look forward to hearing all your comments. All right, have a wonderful day.